So y'all, it's 2025 and I wanted to share briefly a health hack that has been revolutionary for me, and I thought it could help y'all. A couple weeks ago, I was listening to the Genius Life podcast. He was interviewing a doctor on there. His name escapes me right now off the top of my head. But he was talking about function stacking, and we practice homesteading and permaculture, and everything in permaculture is about function stacking. And he made a recommendation on changing your habits that I thought was ingenious, and I started implementing, and it's been rather revolutionary for me. So I thought I'd share here real quick in a video. For those of you that have been following us, that know, I had some severe arthritis, and it created an issue in my shoulder. And about 2 years ago, it came to a head. Prior to that, I was kind of like a gym rat, and I usually spent an hour in the gym 6 days a week. And the debilitation of my shoulder and what apparently ended up being a loss of my labrum, it was degenerative. I lost about 30-40% of my labrum, and had a lot of orthopedic surgeons told me that I need a shoulder replacement. So in lieu of that, I opted for stem cell therapy, and then we migrated to a carnivore diet, a meat-based, animal-based diet about 1.5 years ago. 2 years ago, I was bedridden and trying to figure out financially what I was going to do with my life when I grow up, because I was so incapacitated with pain and loss of motion that I couldn't function. And after the stem cell and the transition to carnivore, I started to feel better. My pain went away, and a lot of these other metabolic chronic ailments subsided as well, brain fog, and all these other things. So I'm listening to this podcast because what I was trying to do is like, how do I get back into a routine of moving and exercising daily? Because I was a really big, large motion kind of kettlebell, full body workout kind of guy. And I had succeeded into getting my workouts into 20 or 30 minutes. But now that I lost the function of my left arm and a lot of general motion, how was I going to get back into this thing? Because I was really limited in what I could do. And I was listening to this podcast, and this doc was talking about when he gets up in the morning, and he gets his cup of coffee, he takes that 5 minutes, right? He takes that 5 minutes and he dedicates his coffee drinking time into a workout. And this way, it's a daily time, and it's only 5 minutes. We all have 5 minutes, as busy as all of us are. We all have 5 minutes. And I started implementing this, and it's beautiful because, our days are rarely perfect. We don't always get the sleep that we want. Life happens, stuff happens. And I don't know about y'all, but a lot of times, fortunately and unfortunately, I don't get the proper rest that I need. And then when you're considering like exercising that day, and you're just like, man, I'm tired. I don't know, and I don't really know what to do. So I thought about this. And so what I started doing is in the morning, I'm a cold brew guy. So I like to do a cold brew And then all I do is I do my cold brew with some electrolytes, and I'll link the electrolytes I use down below, and whether you want to try that or not. But I always go with some Texas Boys coffee. So we have 4 different blends, and we have organic coffee. So if you're looking for coffee, go on over to TheTexasBoys.com. But so I do my cold brew the night before. I do like a glass quart jar, and then I come out here into our office, and we have some very inexpensive, minimal equipment out here, and I do a full body routine. I'll show you what kind of implements we're working with here. So I have a set of 25-pound dumbbells. They probably cost me 30 or 40 bucks at Academy. I have a set of push-up handles there. And then over here, we have a very inexpensive Olympic bar. And that's where I do a routine of high intensity deadlifts. And this is super light, y'all. That's like those cheapy bars. I think they're 25, 35 pounds. And then there's just 10, 20, 30. So there's 60 pounds on this bar. And I do some really high intensity. Obviously you warm up a little bit and stretch, but I do some high intensity deadlifts, and I jump right from the deadlifts into the lightweight curls. They're only 25s. I used to curl like 75s, but that probably is never going to happen again. Maybe, maybe not. But I do sets of 10 or 12, and then I do the push-ups. And originally going carnivore, I was doing really well with my push-ups, and I could do a lot. For whatever reason, that's went backwards a little bit, but I'm working around it. I'm just working around these labrum issues, and then in between all of that, I have a pull-up bar, and I'm doing a hanging routine, and I'm trying to get back to where I can actually. I'm trying to get back to where I can actually do a pull-up. I still can't do a pull-up because when they cleaned out my shoulder, they did a bicep tendinosis, and they relocated my bicep tendon, and I'm still trying to figure that all out. So, but while I'm drinking my coffee, I have my coffee up there, which I already drank actually, and during that 5 minutes, I run through this really quick routine. Everything's kind of staged here in our all-purpose area. And that's what I do. And it's 5 minutes, so I can do that every morning, whether or not I am tired or how I feel or how I slept. And that has gotten me back into the routine and discipline of just moving and using more large muscle groups. And I think that this has definitely been of tremendous benefit to me. And I think it's a great hack for a reboot. So I wanted to share this real quick, just as an idea that you could implement. And it's a game changer. It's been a game changer for me, and it might be a blessing to someone out there. So I just wanted to give you this idea and consider implementing this. It's the beginning of a new year. It's the beginning of a new time just to consider what we're doing and why. And you can create a habit that would exponentially benefit you. I hope y'all have a great 2025. Ours is started off great, and hope y'all have a blessed day. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.